Gentlemen, what's up? How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just back from the gym.
Yeah. Roman, long time no see, man. How is everything?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I know. We haven't talked. You had surgery, then you had surgery again. Now you look like you're 270 pounds, shredded. What's going on?
278.
Are you really?
Yeah.
How do you fucking bounce back like that?
I just went back on the program, and then things happened. Although my second surgery was in February.
Yeah.
I had to stay in the hospital for another 2 weeks. And then I was 3 months TRT.
Yeah.
Like legit TRT.
Yeah.
250 a week.
Yeah.
And then during that time, I already gained back quite a bit. I came out of the hospital at like 230.
Yeah.
And I went back up to 260 something in the first 3 months.
Just from eating, probably without the gear.
Yeah.
Wow, fuck, man. You know what though? I mean, that's muscle maturity, right? Because once you have it, it's going to come back a lot faster.
Yeah. Right now, it's getting hard.
Yeah. It's getting harder to put on weight, you mean, or the muscle's getting harder?
No. Right now, it's getting harder to get extra weight.
Why? How many calories are you eating? Like 6,000?
It's 1,000, a little over 1,000 carbs.
Yeah.
And then protein is 500.
So
right.
4,000 and then another 2,000. So 6,000. And how many fats? No fats? Like very little fat?
Yeah, I do some whole eggs, 3 whole eggs.
Yeah.
And 2 steak meals.
So if we factor in the small amount of fat from your food, you're getting close to like 6,500 calories a day.
Yeah.
Jesus. Jamie, what do you eat per day? You're probably around there too, no?
At the minute, I'm around 4,000 because I'm trying to obviously come down for the Arnold's.
Oh, that's right.
Well, off season can be up to like 8,000 easy.
Wait a minute. I thought you were done for this year. You decided to do the Arnold's, or did we talk about that already?
I'm not sure. I think I was done on the idea of qualifying for this year's Olympia, but then
that's right.
I still wanted to do the Arnold UK because it's the first year they're doing it, so I didn't want to miss out.
That's right.
But then, to be honest with you, I was a bit blindsided because I was so focused on this year's Olympia qualification. I didn't look at the back end of the year shows.
Yeah.
Well, there's fucking loads. It's like ramped.
Oh, after the Olympia.
Yeah. So travel permitting, hopefully I'll do the Arnold's, and then 2 weeks later is San Marino, Italy.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks after that's Prague, and then Romania. And then I think there's another one after that in Spain.
So you could probably potentially either qualify at one of those shows, or at least build up enough points that will make next year easier for you.
Yeah, that's what we discussed last time, because I need a long off season.
Yeah.
So this is, in my head, the best way to do it, similar to what James did last year.
Yeah.
And then if all goes well, I can have off till next May.
Wow. So Roman, 6,500 calories a day. What's your carbs when you're eating 1,000 grams of carbs? What kind of carbs are you eating? Is it all cream of rice, or?
It's basically all I forgot something. No, it's basically all rice.
Really?
Because that's I've got a rice cooker.
Yeah.
I use the rice cooker. I just throw rice in there.
Yeah.
And then I get another batch. And sometimes I do pasta.
Yeah.
And actually, I got a new one. I put rice in the rice cooker.
Yeah.
And I put pasta into the rice cooker also.
No, you don't.
Yes.
How the fuck does that work?
Mix and match.
No, wait. You put them in together or separate?
Together.
You put the rice and the pasta together in the rice cooker.
Yeah. And then I got this powder. Yeah. It's ready-made bolognese powder.
Yeah.
Just the flavor.
Yeah.
I pour that in, and then I cook it.
Sounds so disgusting.
No, the rice comes out like red, and the pasta, you know, it just comes out like.
Paul's Italian. He's gonna have a heart attack. You're using pasta sauce powder flavoring for rice, and how the fuck does the pasta cook with the rice in the rice cooker? Don't you need water? Like, doesn't it have to have a certain amount of water and boiling? And
it comes out kind of mushy, of course. Yeah.
Oh, so gross.
Have you
more like just imagine like a cream of rice pasta.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh god.
So you're just making a big pile of fucking mush, and you're eating.
Exactly.
But you don't give a fuck because you're Roman, and you're like, as long as like, the carbs count, that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Got to get it in.
Could you do it, Paul?
I used to be like that when I was younger.
No, you weren't. Not that bad.
Before I met you, Fouad, I was crazy. I used to mix like tuna and oatmeal as a meal.
Hey, Paul, can you turn your phone for me?
It does?
No, turn it horizontally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Now
what about what's Dan Efferding does and use beef stock in the rice cooker?
Yeah, beef stock in the rice cooker is a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that makes the rice taste nice as well.
Yeah.
So what? I don't think Jamie, could you eat that slop?
I'm not sure about that. It's like putting pizza in the rice cooker and seeing how that comes out.
I just think like, I don't know. I used to eat some disgusting shit, but rice, pasta, and you have to probably add enough water so the pasta cooks. So it probably comes out just like a big ball of slop.
Exactly. But that's like oatmeal, right?
Yeah, but it is like oatmeal. You're right, but it's something I can't get past it for some reason.
You know what? I'm a video it and then tag you in it.
Do it.
So you can see.
I want to see what it looks like. What did you say, Paul?
Do you put anything in it, like ketchup or anything?
He puts the bolognese powder.
That's it, just that?
Yeah, he makes like fake pasta.
Oh man. Doesn't sound very good.
But he's 278 pounds.
Right. So it's freaking.
Why don't you just Roman? Why don't you just eat pasta? Because I had this conversation last week on the podcast. Like pasta is really a dense carb anyway. Why don't you just eat pasta by itself?
Because I have to stand next to the pot while it's cooking.
Yeah, but you can boil like a big pot of white pasta and then just throw it in a.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. I sometimes do that too.
Because you can boil it all and then throw it in a strainer and then put a little bit of olive oil and mix it up so it doesn't all stick together. And then you can just scoop it out like throughout the day kind of thing, right? And then you have normal pasta instead of whatever the fuck you're eating.
Slop.
Anyway, how's your recovery going? Because I know, your hip, you had like double surgery on your hip and all that. So I saw a video yesterday you posted you were squatting already.
Yeah, I can squat.
Or you were deadlifting, I think, when I saw the one.
Yeah, I can deadlift 3 plates for like RDL deadlift, 3 plates for 15. Regular deadlift, I do 3 plates for 20, and I can squat 3 plates for 20. Yeah, that's 2.5 plates.
Yeah. But the fucking your glutes are striated.
Yeah, they always are.
Fucking 278 striated glutes. 3 months after 3 months after surgery. What the fuck? When are you going to compete, Roman? What are we waiting for?
I want to do the Indy Pro next year.
Next spring.
Yeah. Because my legs still feel they're not back yet,
Yeah. But they are though. I think you're lying because you're not right. Like your legs look fucking great there.
Yeah. This is recent?
Yeah, this is 2 weeks ago.
No, this is hip replacement?
This says 10 months to go to the Indy, 280 pounds.
Yeah.
This is a good 280, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
You had hip replacement surgery?
Yeah, twice.
Twice? Like on the same hip?
Yeah,
Look
on
at
the
this.
left one.
Paul, look at this shit. His fucking glutes are straight. His hamstrings are
I know.
at 280.
Jeez, I can't believe you had that big of a surgery just that recently too.
I got the first
Break.
I got the first surgery in December.
Mhm.
And when they did the surgery, they fucking put an infection in there.
Oh,
Yeah. So I had to get it redone in February. So 2 months later, I had to get it redone. And then I don't know how they did it, but they gave me some kind of anesthetic that I had a bad reaction to. It's called malign hyperthermia. Basically, that's it. That your whole body, all your muscles contract at the same time, severely. They cramp up, and then your body heats up.
oh.
And if they don't catch that, you'll die within minutes.
Wow.
So the doctor caught it. They put me on some kind of medication to combat that while the surgeon was finishing the surgery. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was in a coma for 3 days. So I woke up 3 days later, and I was like, I thought it was an hour later.
Hey, Roman, is this little bump right here? Is that from your surgery?
On the left hip, yeah.
Yeah, it's this
Exactly.
leg. It's this leg, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe
So-
how big. Sorry, Paul. I can't believe how big your fucking legs look
Yeah.
after having to take all that time off in such a short period of time. Like, this is fucking crazy, Roman.
Yeah.
Like, it's like your legs look bigger than your upper body.
Yeah, thank you. I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah. When was the last
Yeah,
time?
I'd say so.
This is right after the surgery. This one.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
This is when I came out of the hospital, like the day after the.
You know what though? I remember our podcast. You told me you were still eating all your meals while you're in the hospital.
Yeah, that was after the first surgery.
Listen to this, Paul. You know how lazy we are? This fucking guy, like me and Paul, like if one thing goes wrong in our day, we're like, fuck it. We forget all our meals, right?
Yeah. Out the window.
This guy's in the fucking hospital getting surgery. His fucking girlfriend's bringing him chicken and rice in Tupperware in the proper amount so he can still get all his fucking meals in. That's
I was
why,
in there.
That's why he looks that way.
That's why
I
I
was
recovered
in there
so fast.
I was in there for 2 weeks. Yeah. And she came by every day to bring me food. And yeah, without fail. So one day she even came twice because she forgot something, and it's an hour drive.
Oh wow.
When's the wedding?
I was gonna say, are you gonna marry that girl?
Put a ring on.
Yeah, we married 3 days ago.
You got married?
Oh.
Yeah, see that?
What the fuck? Why didn't you say you didn't post anything? This guy's posting squat videos. Doesn't even post he gets married.
Hey, what's more important?
It must have been. It's the German in you. You're like, fuck the emotional shit. Just post the squats.
Yeah. I love it.
That's so crazy.
She posted it, and I'm already getting too many messages
From who?
From people I don't even know. That's her.
Congratulating you?
Yeah. And if I posted it, I would be flooded with messages.
Yeah. So what? It's nice to get some congratulations. Now you're going to get 1 million from this podcast anyway. So
Yeah.
So your girlfriend brings you food in the hospital, an hour drive to every day for her, however long you're in there. And
2 weeks.
She spots you in the gym.
Yeah.
And you've told us about your sexual life. So you're pretty lucky. You got everything kind of fucking.
You got a unicorn.
You got a unicorn.
Yeah.
I know, man. I know.
So how'd you propose to her?
That just, we just rolled with it.
No, I want to know what that means. Like, because I imagine Roman would just be like, "So, you want to get married?" Like, I don't see. Like, is there a romantic side nobody knows about?
No, listen to this. This is very, very unorthodox, so to say.
Okay.
It was her, okay?
I was gonna say that too.
Because I'm kind of scared of the whole thing, of the whole marriage and all that,
Yeah.
So it was her, and she just, on my birthday, April 13th, she had, her gift was 2 rings, one for her and one for me. And then that were our engagement rings. Yeah.
Did you ask
And
her why
it was basically her saying, okay, man, now we're getting married.
So really, your birthday gift was really a gift for her. She's like,
depends on how you look at it. I'm gonna say no.
Did you pay for the ring?
Now we get that was just the rings were just symbolic. We got new rings now.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. So she proposed to you pretty much. That's awesome.
Roman. Only Roman can get that. For some reason, that doesn't shock me at all. Just like,
is it German or is it just Roman?
It's Roman. It's not a German thing. It's just youth. It's a youth thing, right?
Yeah, it's a me thing.
Yeah. I've never heard of it. Jamie, have you ever heard of anybody else getting proposed to?
No, I think Roman was thinking, well, if I say yes, at least she'll make my food. Yeah, normally it's the other way around, but you got to keep her, so why not?
Oh, trust me, man.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been married for 3 days.
Yeah.
How's it going so far?
Good.
Still
We're
good?
Still having sex.
Enjoy it. It won't be around for long.
Give it a week.
The honeymoon phase.
How long have you guys been together?
2019.
So 3 years, 2 years, 3 years?
October, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know. Awesome. Roman, you're the fucking Roman is the
He doesn't need to know.
Roman's like the man of men.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, she proposed to me. I didn't do shit. It's like, what the fuck? Jamie, I just saw that you were on vacation, man. Where'd you go?
Yeah, I went to Croatia.
Yeah, you went to Dubrovnik.
Yeah, man. I think Game of Thrones is filmed there like quite a lot.
Yeah.
Or was. Beautiful place. It's actually on the green list now, so if you want to go, you can go quite easily.
Is that why you went? Like, there's no.
No, I'll tell you why we went, because I was obviously supposed to be competing in Portugal, and we booked a villa for the family and staying out there a week after the show.
Yeah.
And then they brought in the quarantine rule for Portugal, which meant I couldn't do the show, which was a farce. I heard so many people get into Portugal without even question. So that whole thing was crazy. I probably could have done the show, but anyway, that's old news. Croatia, I just started searching for places we could go instead, and that came up. So did that nice villa with the family, just a good break.
Where did I see that photo? Am I past it, Jamie?
What, the Croatia ones? I think they're near the top, but
there was one of like you on a boat. Was that in your stories or was that in a feed?
Yeah. I tell you what happened, right? Probably shouldn't say this on the podcast, to be fair, but it was to do with COVID. And long story short, without going into too much details, we were supposed to be quarantining in Croatia. So I had to delete all my Croatia photos from my Instagram.
Oh, you look so great. You look so graceful getting on this fucking flamingo, dude. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Can you buy gear in the Croatian pharmacy?
No, I didn't ask for gear, but you could get things there that you can't get in the UK. Like my wife has allergies; she suffers from hay fever, and there's something called fexofenadine, which is like a steroid for hay fever.
Yeah,
and you have to get a prescription in the UK, but you could just go and buy it in the pharmacy. So we bought loads of that back.
Can you get jacked from it?
No, unfortunately not. But I've realised from taking it that I have allergies, because for years I don't know about you guys, but I wake up in the morning and I feel like I've got something lodged in my throat, so I'm constantly going, trying to clear my throat. And I start taking this shit, and it's like just disappeared.
Really? Is it an inhaler?
No, it's a tablet.
Oh, okay.
But for years, I've been thinking, have I got a food intolerance? Am I gluten intolerant? Am I this? Am I that? And I just had allergies.
Just had allergies the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
What's it called? What's it called?
Fexofenadine. I can take a picture if on Instagram, send it you.
Yeah, do that. Cool. Thanks, Dan.
So how long were you on vacation for?
Just a week.
Yeah. I'm thinking of, me and my wife have been talking about going on vacation. I want to go somewhere, either somewhere like a resort in the Caribbean or either maybe to Europe somewhere. And your trip to Croatia looked awesome.
Yeah, the views, the scenery, the trips, amazing. And if I could do one thing different, it would be go back to kids.
Yeah.
Good. So you're spot on.
What is it expensive there?
I would say it's same as the UK. So I imagine it would be the same as Canada.
Yeah.
You're not paying any more. Cool. The Bahamas is expensive, as you know. So just don't go there.
The where? Oh, the what?
Bahamas. That was fucking expensive.
Oh,
that
the
was
Bahamas.
Like, 3-4 times the price for chicken and stuff.
Yeah. Listen, we got Tampa Bay coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
Have you guys been watching everybody's progress?
Yeah, man. It's stacking up to be even bigger than the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Do you guys know about any surprise jump-ins that we haven't heard of? Like, there's no Sergio. Is Rolly doing? I heard Rolly was doing it, right?
Well, is Rolly still doing it? You know, he's put in for Spain, hasn't he?
He put on his Instagram he was doing it.
Is he doing both? Is he doing Tampa and then flying to Spain as well?
I think he's doing both.
I think a day or two ago he posted something about it. He's training legs and said he was getting ready for this weekend.
Yeah. So I want to take a look at the lineup that we do have. So we have this lineup here. I thought I'd go through some of the bigger names. We can kind of assess and see what you guys think.
It's a big field, eh?
So the first one I grabbed was Max. Max has made like crazy gains. It's actually one of the most impressive stories that I don't think anybody's talking about, because this guy's developed legs at like 40 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know how at like that late stage in his career he all of a sudden developed legs, but like he looked totally different in Chicago.
Is he training with someone new or something, Fouad?
Well, he's been working with Milos for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're doing something new, but if you look from the back, like look how thick his legs look everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like everything: hamstring, adductor, quad. I mean, there's not like a ton of separation. It could be more like dug out, but the thickness was never there before. Like even from the front here, when you look how thick his legs look there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just getting better and better.
Yeah. I thought his back looked great too. A lot better.
His back looked better, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? So do we all have the same favorite? Do we all think Ian's the favorite?
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's Ian's page. These are the most recent pictures Ian's posted.
3 days ago.
Is Ian like the heavy favorite? Like we all expect him to just walk away with it?
I do.
I think it's Ian chose to lose. I mean, obviously, any show is governed by how the person comes in. So if he comes in like we know he can, I think it is definitely a show to win for sure.
If Olympia, I think Ian's gotten a little bit bigger this offseason. So if Olympia Ian shows up,
yeah,
like Olympia conditioning Ian with this new muscle, he pretty much walks away with it, right? Like,
yeah,
I think so.
I mean, the second best guy in the lineup, as far as I can see, is Max or Mo Shaban. So
Charles Griffin.
Oh, where's Charles Griffin on here? He's not on here, is he?
Oh, he's not on that list, eh? I thought he was doing it.
I thought he was doing it too. Actually, that's maybe.
Kevin Jordan's looking good too, Fouad.
Yeah, no, I saw Kevin Jordan, but I don't know if Kevin's big enough to stand with Ian.
Yeah.
He had a lot of time off. Let's see what I thought Charles was doing the show. He was actually like a big standout to me, like a dark horse. Actually, he might be the only one that can stand with Ian based on muscularity. I'm really curious how his legs look, because that was always kind of a weak point, but they're looking crazy lately. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was 4 days ago. It looks like he's getting ready for this weekend.
Okay, so let's go back to the order. So we're jumping around here. So we started with Ian. We got Ian first. We all have Ian first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is Ian's biggest challenge in this lineup? Do you think, Roman?
Is Ruli doing the show?
Well, let's assume Rolly is doing the show.
Going off what he looked like last time, I don't think he's able to do anything worth mentioning in this lineup.
How much do you think Rolly could change in the 2 weeks from the last show to this show?
Yeah, he needs to, if he wants to be like the Ruli of old. I mean, he looked like he lost 20 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, that's like what I saw. Wasn't like, it didn't look like flatness to me. It looked like he actually like shrank a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's correctable in 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He could get a little harder, but then there's Charles, who's massive. There's Ian, who's massive.
Max.
There's Max. He's comparable because Ruli has good legs and Max doesn't.
But you have to think Max just beat Rolly, so I don't know what Rolly's.
That's right.
Yeah,
so
Max took third in Chicago. Rolly took fifth or fourth.
So Max is going to beat him again. So Ruli is probably going to end up in fourth again.
Okay, so the closest competition to Ian then is, who are you saying? You're saying the closest competition would be Charles or Max, one or the other?
I don't think Ian has competition in that show.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the one who's going to push him the most. Who would that be?
Probably Charles, because he gets more, like you said, dug out.
He's got
in
density,
the hamstrings and everything.
Yeah.
And Max is hard, but not as detailed.
Yeah.
So I'm giving Charles, I'd say Charles is second, and then Max third, and then Ruli fourth. Depends on who else. Is anyone else good in the show?
We're going to look at a few other people. So, Jamie, what do you think? Do you think Ian's? You're going to agree that Ian's going to walk away with it, or it's his to lose?
Yeah, definitely. Do you know how tall Max is compared to Charles?
I think Max. Me and Max were on Team SciTech together. I think he's either an inch taller than me or the same height. So, I'm going to say he's 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah, I thought he was quite tall. That's why I think he'd be like the most comparable to it.
To who? Who are you comparing him to? Ian?
Max and Ian. Yeah, I think for me, I think they'll be compared 1 and 2. But like Roman says, the detail that Charles has, and the thickness is like a next level kind of thickness, isn't it?
Yeah, Charles is really, really dense. Okay, so let's take a look at. We took a look at Max. Let me share my screen again with you guys. Sorry. So we took a look at Max. So are we all saying, like, in this lineup, let's take a look at some other guys. So let's look at Charles real quick. This is Charles' most, recent stuff that he's posted. Giant arms, and his hardness is crazy too. I noticed he's just getting every set of progress photos is harder than the last.
Yeah.
Side of the leg looks good. Good hamstring drop. I want to know what his legs are going to look like from the front on stage.
Yeah,
that's the biggest. That's the biggest thing. But I mean,
they look good there, I guess, posing, but
yeah, he's so thick muscularity wise, but I don't know if his structure is really wide, because Ian's really wide, right? Like, Ian's structure is really wide, so I don't know if Charles can hang with him like structurally. I know he can hang with him. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, because I think he looks. Obviously, I'm just going off what I'm seeing here, but I think he looks a shorter bodybuilder from the pictures.
I just feel like shoulder to shoulder, Ian is really wide.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though Charles hangs with him muscularity wise, they're going to be equal muscularity, equal in conditioning, but Ian will take him with structure, like, because the structure is so much wider.
Yeah,
I think Max has better structure too.
Yeah, I don't. It's tricky though, man, because like the thickness of his back is nuts. Like that's hard to ignore. You know what I mean?
For sure.
What do you
I
think,
like
Paul?
Max second.
What do you think, Paul? You're the IFBB judge.
Yeah, I like Ian number 1, Max 2, and Charles 3rd, and then Rolly if he's in it.
There's a front shot of his legs.
Yeah, he's impressive as hell. I just I don't know if he flows as good as Max does. I love Max's structure, especially from the front. And
This front lat,
go ahead, Roman.
This front lat is a little disappointing.
Why? Because of his stomach?
Nah, because his arms disappear and his shoulders in this one. You know what I mean?
I see he's pushing his chest up.
From the side, his arms look nuts, and here it's like.
I think his arms are nuts. I think it's just the photo maybe, but I do agree. I agree with the shoulders kind of disappearing a little bit, but not I think the arms still look good there. But
the whole shelf. I mean, like shoulder, pec, shoulder. This one, the whole upper shelf. I thought that would look like more, popping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be the lighting on that too in that picture, maybe.
To me, the toughest part of this shot is his abs get washed out in certain shots. They don't show any detail here.
Yeah. He's pushing his chest up in that pose, what a lot of guys do. It takes away some of that detail, I think, in your abdominal area.
Yeah, I agree. Here's a good back shot. Yeah.
Yeah, how long ago was that? 5 weeks ago. So
this is it's 41 days out.
Yeah, that's a nice position at that time, isn't it?
There's a ton of muscle. There's another front shot. Yeah, I feel like he has a ton of muscle. It's just a structure, like he's kind of more of a compact.
Yeah.
In the clavicles.
Yep, and that's why I think Max will beat him.
You think Max is going to beat him?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I like Max a lot. I think Max is second unless Ian comes in off. But I think it's Ian, Max, and then Charles, in my opinion.
But do you think Charles detail? Because Max doesn't have this detail in his hamstrings.
No, but we haven't seen Charles show that detail on stage yet either. I mean, it's a gym shot. It looks great there, but I just don't know if it's going to look the same on stage.
I mean, look at the detail in his chest here.
Yeah, he's got a shitload of muscle. He reminds me of like Akeem Williams a little bit.
Really?
In the upper body, like he's just so thick, just so much thick, dense muscle.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Max second. Do we all have Max second, or we have Max third? Roman, what did you say? You have Max in third?
No, I had him Max Charles in third.
Yeah, Max Charles in third, and you have Charles in second.
Yes.
Jamie?
Yeah, I went Max second and Charles third.
Okay, so then we have a couple other guys to look at. So Joel Thomas is looking really impressive.
Looking forward to seeing him.
And his most recent shots. That could upset some people. So Joel's biggest weakness from what I remember, and nobody quote me on this, but I thought his back shots were the ones that needed the most work. I could be wrong, but from the front, he's just going to kill everybody. Like this is crazy. Like,
when's the last time he competed?
I think a couple of years ago, because he had a pec tear last year.
Okay. How did he do when he competed? Remember?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. What, Roman, you got a pretty good eye. What do you think?
I think he did Tampa in 2019. 19 or something like that. Or, yeah.
But I remember him being like fourth or fifth.
Really?
Let's find out. Joel Thomas, bodybuilding history. Contests. 2019, 8th. This is the most recent stage shot. I don't know if he was a little off there. I don't know what the scenario is, but Instagram, everybody looks better on Instagram, but this is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So let's just say this. Jamie, do you think Joel can upset Charles or Max or Ian? Jamie. Sorry. Oh, Jamie's chair is empty. Roman, go ahead.
If he brings, I think that was his problem last time. If he brings the glute, ham, lower back tie-ins,
yeah,
then he could, because he's got the mass. And he's got, which makes him complete. Sorry, Ian, and all the other. He's got the biggest calves of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is complete from head to toe, but I think his problem last time was in his conditioning.
I wonder if he is as big in person as he is on Instagram, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't think he compares well with Ian size-wise.
Yeah.
Size-wise, no. Ian is no doubt
the biggest guy. Yeah.
With not even close.
So what did you mean when you said, like, how you don't think he can beat Ian, do you?
No, I just said because Ian always gets knocked on the calves. And
you're saying in that regard, yeah.
He's got the best calves.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a serious,
Doesn't matter.
It was your German humor. I missed it. Okay, so where do you think
he's got that? He's got that hernia.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll affect him. It doesn't look really bad yet.
Really?
I had that when I won the 2 shows back in 2015. This still looks okay. If it was, once they get a little worse, then it's something he has to. I mean, it's something he has to get taken care of. But I don't think if he looks like this on stage, I don't think that will hold him back.
When it starts to protrude.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So do we have him in the top 5?
Let's see the rest of the lineup, Fouad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was at.
Okay, so let's go down the list. We got Max Charles sticks out. Philip Klahar is going to look to make up for the last show, but I don't think he'll be in the top 5. Aaron Gawley is a new guy from Canada that's making his pro debut.
Yeah.
Really big guy. He's actually, he's like 280 or something, something ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
But and he gets hard. It just, his legs have never been the same size as his upper body. So that's going to be the kind of tail of the show for him, is if he's brought up his legs, then it'll be an impressive showing for him. Because you can see here from the side, like, tons of muscle in the shoulder, chest is good, tiny waist, but the hamstring isn't, like, this side leg isn't as thick as it should be to match the upper body.
Yeah, I've judged Aaron many times in his amateur days. He one thing, he's always come in better every year. He knows what his weaknesses are, and he works on them and improves them. I think he'll bring a good package. I don't think a top 5 finish will be in the cards, but I think he'll turn a few heads.
I think he'll turn some heads as well, because he does get, like, you are right, he gets better every show, and if he improved his legs at all, he's going to look really impressive because of how big he is. Yeah,
I follow him, and I know he really focused on his legs before his debut. So
this is a good shot for him. This looks balanced. His legs look good here.
Yeah. He's a little bit thick from the front and the waist, but that's another thing he's tried to overcome over the years, and he definitely has made it better.
Yeah, so you can see here, legs look definitely better, but his shoulders are just so wide.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. His waist looks pretty good there. He's kept control of it.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't mean like it was out of control. I meant just his obliques were a bit thicker in his amateur days.
Yeah, he's not a classic look.
Right, but he's brought his legs up now, so it might not be as glaring.
What do you think, Roman, from looking at this?
So critique him. I think he could use some adductor, especially from the rear.
Yeah.
And then, see that
here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some adductor mass, and then other than that, he's complete. He just lacks, just like me, overall, size.
Yeah. I mean, people are going to be shocked when they see them in real life. Like, this is 285 pounds right here, shredded.
How tall is he?
He's taller than me. I think he's 5'11", maybe. No,
like me.
He's not 6'2". No,
he's tall. He's at least 6.
Maybe 6. I wouldn't say 6'2".
No,
I don't think so. I'm gonna say 6 max.
Okay, I'll go with 6.
Oh, he just got married also.
Is that gonna help him, you think, or hurt him?
Makes you soft.
All right, so that's Aaron Gawley, and then who else we have? We have Dorian Haywood's doing the show. He did a couple of the early shows. Where do I have him here? Here's Dorian Haywood.
He did well earlier.
Well, he did well the first one, I think, and the second one he did a little worse. Is this most recent? Mini bulk phase is over. Hit 267. This video is from 1 day ago. I'm 260 in this video. I think it's the same story with Dorian. He's got a great physique. His legs kind of are, even though he's got muscle in his legs, it's more the shape of them. They just don't sweep out far enough.
Yeah, the way it flows.
Go ahead, somebody. Roman, go ahead.
Now I've got to let the electrician in.
Sure, go ahead, Jamie. What were you saying, Roman?
Dorian has always been, he's improved a lot since I competed against him in 2018. Since then, he's gotten much better. And if there is no one else in the show, he could make top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
If he comes in as hard as he did last time, I think he was very good in New York.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Dorian Haywood, and then
but obviously his physique isn't the prettiest one, so he just has to be
freaky.
As freaky as possible in all the other regards.
So Kevin Jordan is a anticipated return. He hasn't hit the stage in a couple of years, I think. So these are some kind of recent shots. Always got good arms. So he's got a more aesthetic shape, but I think he's going to be probably one of the lighter guys in the show.
Yeah.
Like this is his most recent update photos. He's shredded. Conditioning's good. I just feel like he's a little bit light in the back, light in the legs still.
Yeah. What does he weigh, Fouad? You know?
I don't know. You know what? It's weird. Legs from the front are actually pretty good. It's just more of that hamstring.
Yeah, I don't love the way he's posing him there either. But
you think you think that's a posing issue?
Well, I think they could use a little more size, regardless from the hamstrings. But I just don't like the way he's posing him there. Just my own preference.
So what should he do differently?
Can you bring it back again, Fouad?
I would say he's turning the knee out too far, and he's making his hamstring look narrow.
I think his legs are too far apart too, which makes them look a little bit thinner than they actually are. I think if he brought his knees closer together, and his left knee particularly not so far out, I think they would look thicker.
I think a lot of guys turn the knee out like this because it helps them flex the glute, and it also shows the side of the quad. But then if you don't have thick hamstrings or thick adductors, then you run the risk of this massive gap in between your legs.
Yeah, and plus I think. Go ahead.
So like Dorian did, she just took a step back, like almost.
Yeah,
straight.
when you see a Dorian Yates back double bicep, it's literally straight back.
Yeah, that's the way I prefer it, the old school way like that.
If you have big enough legs, you can do that, and it looks better, like this. Let me see. This is a bigger.
Yeah, it's more of a classic back double like pulse, isn't it? The modern way seems to be a bit wider and tilt out, but
see, like
it's more of a trend there now.
So you can see his leg fully. For people listening, you can see his leg kind of all the way across. So you're kind of, it's like a trade-off. If you turn the knee, yes, you're going to see more quad, but you're also going to lose some hamstring.
But I think you can achieve both through your transitioning into the pose too.
You know what? It's like if you have big enough legs, you can do it the way Kevin Jordan's doing it. Like when you look at Branch Warren, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Look how far apart his legs are.
Yeah, Branch.
But it never mattered for Branch though, because his legs are so big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's got so much adductor and so much quad that like he could stick his legs. He could be doing the splits, and it would still look crazy.
Right, because his legs are so thick. Whereas like another guy like Kevin Jordan, I think when his legs are that far apart, it makes him look thinner.
And for those watching that don't, fully understand bodybuilding or what we're talking about, this muscle right here is the adductor muscle that Roman's talking about. It creates that illusion of a little bit more thickness in between the legs here.
Doesn't Phil do his that way too?
Yeah, I think he said maybe not as pronounced as Branch, but yeah, it comes out a bit.
Yeah.
So Kevin looks good. I don't know if he's going to be too light for the show, but I think his the way things are going right now with how bodybuilding is being judged, his shape might carry him.
Yeah, for sure. If he's big, if he's full enough, yeah.
After that, Matt Kuba looked good in the last show. We'll bring up his pictures real quick. Did I spell that wrong? There he is. So I thought he looked pretty good in the last show he did. No, that's not him. Those are his clients. These are some shots of him. He's thick. He just maybe need a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall is he and weight?
I'm gonna guess he's like 5'9", 5'10". I don't know what his weight is. This is what he looked like on stage. Yeah, I don't know. What'd you say?
I want to see that front relaxed.
It's like he needs a little more shoulder. Something's not sitting right in the front.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of got his knees bent there too for the front relaxed. I don't know if he's transitioning into a pose there or what.
I think it's probably to bring out the detail on his quads.
Yeah, I don't think it does him justice though.
No, I've never liked when guys did that either. But I mean,
No.
he's got a ton of detail in his quads, so maybe he feels like it's more beneficial for him.
Yeah.
What? Just quickly, guys, while we've got these photos up, did you hear Ron and Dusty speaking about how they're editing show pictures now? What's your views?
Oh, you
what's
mean
your views on that?
Because this is all like shadowed and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
The filters?
I think it's like my personal opinion. If I'm a competitor, I want to look as good as I can in my show photos, but I also don't want them to look fake.
Yeah. I think your stage shots you shouldn't touch. But like if you're taking a shot of yourself at the gym or something.
Yeah.
If you want the truth, I think if the lighting was good at the shows, then they should just be as real as possible.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because think about like the old school shows, like the Night of Champions, or like
Iron Man.
The Iron Man. Yeah, the Iron Man. Sorry, that's the one I was thinking of. Like, I don't think they had to doctor the photos because the lighting was so good.
Yeah. Well, what's the difference now? Because they have shows a lot of times in convention centers and that they're not designed for proper lighting.
There was a specific guy that used to do those lights. I can't remember his name. I don't remember if he was
Mike Nephew.
Is that what it was? I thought he was.
For Iron Man, I think it's Mike.
Yeah.
Mike, and then NEUVEUX, something like that.
Yeah. I think Paul disappeared. I think he was. They specifically brought him in to do the lighting for those shows. All right, let's go back to this. So we got Matt Kuba, Justin Mackey. I think he was 7th or 8th in Chicago.
You know what's funny in this show? The top 3. Normally, we're all discussing who's going to be the top 3, who's close, and right here, the top 3 is pretty clear, and then we're discussing who's 5th, 4th, 6th. That's the close competition.
But I don't.
Top 3 is.
I don't think the top 3 is clear.
For me, it is.
All right. Well, we're going to throw a wrench in it in a minute. Justin looks good. I think Justin still needs a little bit more size. I think I want to say he's 5'7", 5'8". I still think he needs to be thicker to really make an impact at the shows. He's put on a lot of weight though. I think he put on 20 pounds since the previous year. So he's just got to keep working at it.
Yeah.
After Justin, Mo Shaban. See, this is why I say, this is why I say, Roman, it's going to get interesting because now we have Max. Where is Mo? Mo Shaban. Here he is. Look at this freak. It's like a freak of freaks.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he's done well as well, hasn't he, to hold this for so long.
That's one of the most impressive things. It's like he's been dieting all fucking. Why is my?
He must have enough points now, surely.
I think he does. I think he wants to win something though.
Yeah.
Well, why do you guys think he hasn't won yet? What's wrong with his physique?
I think he just come up against stiff competition, man. Like Nick.
Yeah.
Think about it. He competed against Nick. Nick was like the best Nick we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then he competed against Patrick Moore, which a lot of people had him winning that show, but went against it.
Yeah.
And then after that, he hit Chicago. Oh no, wait, he did Puerto Rico, didn't he?
Yeah.
He ran into Akeem there. That's not easy to beat.
Yeah.
And then he ran into Hunter and Brett Wilkin and fucking Max.
Yeah, he looks great though.
The one thing I will say, as guys go on, I don't know if you guys notice this when you diet for a long time. Does it look like his skin's getting thicker? Is that just
in the last show?
Is that just
in the
me?
last show? In the last show, I thought his skin was from the back. He looked a little, soft.
I don't, but Roman, I don't feel like it's soft. Like if you look at his stomach, like I know when I've rebounded back and forth for shows, like if I do 2 or 3 shows in a row, if I try and hold my diet for too long, I feel like my skin starts to hold a film of water under it that I can't seem to get rid of. Like it just looks thicker, like to me, and that's I wonder if that's happening to him or if it's just he's going to get it off by showtime.
It looks good in this picture.
Yeah. But not like it did. Like his skin for California, when he did California, his skin looked like when somebody's skin is really thin, it looks like shiny.
Yeah.
It had like this really shiny, thin look to it in California.
That's when Patrick won that show you're talking about.
Yeah, the show Patrick won.
Yeah, the week before that he was a bit off. It looked like.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's going to be able to bring it back. Like I want to see if I can find some.
Sorry, let me say that again. The week before he was on, but he just didn't have as much detail. So I don't know if it was an issue of dryness or whatever it was, but he was definitely more detailed the week later.
I wonder if I can find some pictures of the California. These are.
I think his body's obviously a lot fresher from the first shows and very respondent. Like longer you're dieting.
I don't know.
If he comes in hard, like really hard, he could play second here.
I agree.
Yeah,
because he's got better legs and better rear shots than both Charles and Max.
This is California. So watch look at him here. It's like not now. Wait till he hits a pose. They're bumping fucking arms. These two are going to go at it on stage.
Is Muhammad not doing this show?
I think he is.
Yeah, he might be. I just didn't see him on the list yet. Actually, you know what, Roman, now that I look at it, like, is his conditioning there the same as the photo we just looked at, you think?
It looks better in the photo, in the gym photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another question.
Go ahead, Jamie.
I was going to say this is another question that I've been speaking about with clients and friends who compete, but how much of the hardness do you think the tan takes away from a physique?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think it can take a lot.
You think so?
I can. Some colors can.
It depends on people. It depends on. Oh shit! What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Can you guys still? What are you guys watching? Me or the screen?
I'm watching you.
You.
Yeah. Always.
1 second. Okay, I'm back. I was gonna say it depends what tan you use. Because like if you use protan's like it goes on like water, like stain, like when you stain like a piece of wood. Yeah. And I feel like it sinks right into the skin. But when you use like Dream Tan or like even some Jantanas, they go on thick.
Like the rub-on creams,
those ones for sure. The Dream Tans that you rub on, those for sure ruin like your heart. But I'm talking about even Jantana. Sometimes when they spray it on, it goes on so thick that it can blur your lines a bit.
You're right, Fouad. I wonder if there's different stuff they use sometimes.
Yeah, but I feel like
some seems to be thicker.
Remember the Protan that we used to like paint each other with, like pour it in a cup.
It absorb.
That always is like super thin to me.
Yeah. Yeah, but now Protan, they have a stage finish glossy cream type of thing.
Yeah.
They put it on me once at a show.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck this, man. The only thing I have is hardness, and now this is gone.
Roman's like the hardest guy on himself ever. He's like, all I have is conditioning. He's 280.
Yeah, massive legs.
Okay. So Shaban, who's that leave us with? Joel Thomas we covered, Ian we covered, Keith Williams. Okay, so I think we covered the standouts unless I'm missing anybody that you guys know of. Oh, here's Muhammad El Imam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Keith Williams.
Yeah.
Is it a blast from the past, eh?
Yeah.
All right. So Elamam has been making some waves. You know, I think he's got enough points to do the Olympia. What do you think, Paul? Paul, you're a big fan of Elamam.
I do like his physique. I just wish he had a little bit more detail in the abdominals and bigger arms. But I do like his physique. I think he could definitely be a top 5. In fact, right now, I would have him in the top 5 right now, 4th
Really?
or 5th. Yeah, I've always liked his physique. I think he's impressive.
He has surprised me all year.
Yeah, he's a bigger guy with wide shoulders and huge quads. You know, good back. He just, I don't know. He really stands out in the lineup to me. But he just lacks that detail in his abs. I'm not really sure why, but I think if he had more detail there, he would place even higher.
I think you identify with him.
Why?
Other than the big arms and big quads.
Yeah, I don't have any of those things that he has. I'm not tall. Because he's an underdog. Is that why?
This is what you look like that, Paul. That's like you and your.
Oh,
prime.
I wish I looked like that. Yeah, okay, thanks. I take that. But my quads were never anywhere near that, though.
Anyway, so here he is on stage. Yeah, he does stand out. He's got a lot of muscle. His arms, I think his arms and stomach hold him back a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. But he's an imposing guy on stage.
Are we betting anything on this show?
Oh, fuck. Not me. I'm out of these bets. No more bets for me. My wife's going to divorce me soon.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can shave my head 9 weeks out.
Yeah, you got a nipple ring.
I'd like to see Jamie with a shaved head.
Mustache.
I can't believe what you did to Ian's training partner. That was child cruelty.
What happened to my fucking I gotta get a new camera. This is ridiculous. All right, let me just switch this out real quick.
Brendan's making his rice and pasta mush.
Are you?
No, this is regular rice here.
Do you eat basmati or sushi rice, or what kind of rice do you eat? Jasmine?
Jasmine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got Paul. We got Jamie.
What's the bet here?
Roman.
It's just how about a friendly bet, Fouad?
Okay.
I never get offered
I like the
those.
sound of that, Paul.
I never get offered those. I always got to do something stupid.
Paul still got to pierce his fucking nipple.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do a friendly bet. That's fine. Okay, Paul.
Right, cool.
Who do you have? Who's your top 3?
Ian, Max. Do we know for sure if Charles is doing the show? Because his name wasn't on that list.
Let's assume he is.
Okay, Charles.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not. It's weird that he's not on. Maybe he's just doing Texas? Oh wait, no, it says something here. Preliminary list for Open and 212. Charles Griffin and Rolly Winkler are not added yet. So that means those two are. I'm assuming they're in.
They're in.
Yeah. So let's assume they're there. So
okay, then fuck.
You can't change this after you pick it.
I know. What are we wagering? What's the wager here?
I thought we said there's no bet. I thought we were just going to
say. Okay, friendly bet. Okay, it doesn't matter though. Okay, so Ian.
Oh,
Max.
See, now it's not fun. When you said doesn't matter, now it's not fun. That just ruined it. Now we have to bet something.
Can I see the list again?
Roman, you want to do beard shaving?
Keep this.
I can shave no problem. I'll shave my beard.
Okay.
But now it's not fun because I just
You just what?
Now you agreed.
Okay. Okay. So Roman's going to shave his beard.
Yes.
I'll shave my beard.
Really? Okay.
Paul.
Nothing.
Yeah,
I gotta pass this time. I've done so much stupid shit. I should get a pass once.
You can't be part of the bet if you're not part of the bet.
Okay, well, make it something that's not as cruel this time. Hopefully.
Yeah, get your your hair tattooed.
Oh, I can't do that.
It'll look better.
My head tattooed. Oh, you mean the baldness? The bald tattoo that I was talking about?
Yeah, you can fill it in with it's called PIP or something like that, isn't it?
Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm not sold on that yet. Because what I'm worried about is when I get really old and I have no hair at all, I'm gonna have this brown fucking thing on my head that's gonna look horrible.
I get to control your Instagram page for one day.
You can control yours then.
Yeah, you'll get me divorced.
I know.
Jamie, are you going to shave your head?
How about I shave the wife's head?
I dare. Oh, that'd be great. I dare you.
My life would be worth living. Oh.
You can shave that. Come on. Let's see. You look good with a shaved head. Have you ever had a shaved head?
Yeah, when I was about 16.
Let's do it.
20 years ago. What about the beard? I was going to grow the beard for the hobo.
Oh, because you look like you look like Superman with no beard. It's not fair. You look better with no beard.
How about he grows an Amish beard? Just shave the stash and leave the beard.
What about, I've never had a mustache. What about if I shave it to a mustache?
Either or.
Because that looks ridiculous with a mustache.
I think that's a good one.
I don't think it's a good one. Oh, because listen,
I think you look good with one.
Jamie's a good. That's the whole problem. You don't want him to look good.
Especially if you did handlebars, would actually look really good.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, are you trying to make him look better? Or are you trying to?
No, I'm not suggesting you should do that. Maybe I'd like. How about the Amish beard, Fouad? Just shave the mustache, leave the beard.
Cool. What do you think, Jamie?
Oh God.
Just for like 2 days.
No, like 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks.
Well, he's got a show. When's your show?
When's your show?
9 weeks.
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you got time. Okay.
Okay.
You got to shave everything like from here up. So it's like you just leave the beard only.
What? Even the hair?
No. Like you can leave the hair, but like you can't.
Mustache.
You got to get rid of like from here. Like you can't let it grow like here. You got to let just the bottom part.
Yeah.
Okay. Deal.
Wait. Let's look at it.
I'm not going to lose anyway.
I just want to see something.
Oh God. I'm going to go on eBay now and buy an Amish wig.
Oh my God.
Those hats. I want those hats.
Can we please make it 4 weeks?
What?
We got to make it 4 weeks. Look at this. This guy.
Oh my God. Oh dear.
What do you think? You can't do this. This actually looks good. It's got to be It's got to be like this.
Like you got to draw it out. You can't trim the beard at all.
No, like you have to shave this too, because if you because seriously, because if you leave this, then it doesn't look bad. Like that looks okay, right?
Okay.
So you have to shave like this whole thing.
I agree.
I think the hat must be part of the look.
Yeah, for sure.
Jamie, are you in for that?
And the overalls.
Yeah, that's the deal. Why not?
Okay. Jamie, Amish beard. We haven't figured out what Paul's doing yet.
I could go double or nothing on the nipple rings.
Are you serious? You're gonna get both your nipples pierced?
Well, what's the difference, really? I got to do one. What's the difference?
Okay. Double, nothing. Nipples.
Stay on T-Pose.
Sorry, I'm on podcasts.
You tell your wife you're gonna get an Amish beard?
Not yet.
What are you going to do for it?
I'll just show her the picture later and say,
I'm gonna shave my beard.
No, how about you do the hair thing finally? You grow your hair.
I'll do a mustache. I'll do a mustache.
And grow the hair?
No, just the mustache.
Okay. But you got to keep it this time for a while. Last time you kept it for like 12 hours.
I'll do the mustache for 2 weeks.
4 weeks.
Jamie, you're doing 4 weeks.
The Amish beard for 4 weeks.
Yeah. And Paul, you're doing the nipples for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Roman, you're doing no beard for 4 weeks. Actually, Roman, you got to do a mustache too.
Okay.
Okay.
Roman might look good in a mustache too, though. Fouad. Hey, let's think this over for a minute.
Yeah, but it'll still be funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Because shaved, it'll look normal, and a beard looks cool. So a mustache at least is like.
How does your hair grow, Roman? Does it grow full?
Let's see your hair. Oh, that'd look funny if we grew it out.
I can't see it. I can't see it. I'm just looking at Fouad's head still.
Why can't you see it? Oh, you're not on the full gallery. Why aren't you on the full gallery, Paul?
How do I do that?
You got to swipe.
Swipe what?
Go to the top right corner where it says view and click on it.
Oh, okay.
And then click on gallery.
It only gives me two options: leave meeting or cancel. I'm on my phone. I'm not on the laptop right now.
Oh, I don't know
You
what
got to
it is.
swipe.
Yeah, swipe across.
Swipe across to the phone.
Swipe
Left.
left.
Just swipe, yeah.
Left. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey guys.
You didn't know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roman, you got Let's have Roman grow his hair.
Paul, you're the best. Okay, so now we have all the bet. No, I like the mustache better.
Yeah. Okay.
His hair's already grown out. He doesn't even care.
Yeah, well, why don't we
Okay.
just why don't we just like shave it on top and just leave the sides?
Oh my god, I fucking dare you.
Oh, that would
I
be
dare
prodigy.
I dare you, Jamie.
No, not me, Roman.
Oh,
Not me.
Okay, let's go. Paul, you go first. You want to go first?
Oh, okay. My top 5 now. Okay.
Yeah.
Ian, Max, Charles.
Max. This is set, by the way. Charles.
Okay. 5.
Ian, Max, Charles.
This is where it gets tough. You got Rolly, you got Muhammad Elaman, and Joel Thomas. Okay. Rolly, Muhammad.
Rolly. Elamam.
Yes.
Paul, you're gonna lose for sure. Okay. Jamie. So
Right.
Paul's gonna get both nipples pierced.
I have little blood dots on my shirt next podcast.
Okay, Ian
I'm
first.
Ian, Max.
Max.
I'm going to go Shaban.
Shaban.
Oh, I forgot he was in it. Can I change mine?
No.
And then I'm going to say Rolly and Mo.
Rolly. And who? Oh,
And
Elamam.
Mohammed.
Is Mustafa in the show too?
No,
Mustafa?
that's what I was thinking. Mustafa, sorry. So if
I
he's
thought he
not
was
doing it,
too.
if he's not doing it, I didn't mean that, Mo.
Oh, you
I'll go
meant
Charles.
Okay, wait a minute. So you have Charles in 5th.
Yeah.
Griffin. Okay. Roman.
Ian in first. Second, Shaban. Third, no, this is tough. Third is Max. Ruli or Charles. I'm gonna say Ruli 4th, Charles 5th.
But can you change one of mine? I forgot that Shaban was in it.
Yeah. Okay, where do you want to put him? Where do you want to put him? 5th?
5th. Wait, who did I have 4th? Rolly?
You have Elamam. Okay.
Yep.
So who are you doing?
So
Ian, Max, Charles.
Yes, and then third is Muhammad. Shaban.
Okay,
Shaban
just,
third.
you're changing the whole thing. Okay.
Okay.
Ian is first. Max is
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Then what?
Then Mo Shaban.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
I forgot he was in it. And then Charles, and then Rolly. Or vice versa.
This is why, this is bullshit.
But
This is why I
should
said
have shown me the competitor list before I
that's
made
why
my
I
picks.
said like 3 times. I said, this is your picks. And then because this is what happens. Other people make their picks, and then you're like, oh yeah, maybe that's better. And then you change
because I forgot about one of the guys. You should have shown me the list before I made my picks.
Yeah, but you changed the order too. You didn't just put
Okay, fair is fair. I'll go back to my order. Just put Shaban in 4th.
I don't even remember what your fucking order was. Who cares?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll go Ian. I'm gonna go Max. I'm gonna go Shaban. Holy fuck. I don't want to pick the same thing as Paul. I think Paul has the best picks. No, actually, Jamie has the same ones too.
Really? Oh, we're all exactly the same?
Paul just copied Jamie. That's pretty much what happened. All right.
Our picks are exactly the same?
Yeah,
4th and 5th too?
you picked exactly what Jamie picked. Oh no, wait, you switched. You have Charles 4th. Jamie has Rolly 4th.
Okay.
Ian, Max, Charles. I'm gonna go different than everybody. Ian, Max, Charles, Rolly. No, Shaban, Rolly.
And so what? Whoever's got the worst scores has to fulfill the commitment?
Well, the way we do it always, you got to pick the winner.
Yeah.
And then if none of us pick the winner, then the closest lineup. The closest to the winning lineup.
That's the winner.
What's that?
Determines your winner.
You cut out, Paul. What?
You can't. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What?
Okay. So you got the one winner that way, but
Yeah.
so all the other three guys all have to do the, whatever they're.
The guy with the worst.
Okay. Gotcha.
The guy with the worst lineup does the bet.
All right.
So
So
I'm trying to see here. We all have the same guys, just in different orders.
Yeah.
if Shaban doesn't play second, I'm fucked.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
If Shaban places second, Roman basically wins. Actually, Shaban's got to shit the bed the worst for me to win. Because Roman has him in second, you guys have him in third. I have him in fourth.
Okay.
Yeah. So it depends a lot. Like Charles Griffin's like the
odd man out. Yeah, I'm expecting big things from Charles.
Yeah, I am. I have a lot of people are. We'll see if he delivers.
If Charles takes third, I win.
Who trades him now, Fouad?
Because you and Jamie have him in fifth, or Roman and Jamie have him in fifth. Paul, you have him in fourth. Matt Jansen trains Charles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll probably be in. He'll be conditioned.
Yeah.
He's been working with Matt since the Indy Pro of 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, that long? Wow.
Yeah. They're doing something different this time, though. I'm telling you, he looks better. He looks different.
Yeah.
And then we got Texas next week, so maybe I can double or nothing on my mustache bet if I lose.
That's Kuko's doing that, right?
Kuklow's doing Texas, I think. And does anybody know what Sergio's doing? Is he just waiting for the Arnolds?
Yeah, I've not heard anything from Sergio.
Yeah. So who's doing Texas then? If it's Kuklo, everybody from Tampa then is probably going to go. I mean, I think Ian said he was going to do Texas if he didn't win, but I'm assuming he's going to win Tampa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all the guys from Tampa will probably go on to Texas. What's that?
Is that the same weekend as the Spain shows? Exactly the same day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think Nathan sent me some photos of how he's looking right now. I think Nathan's going to win Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gave himself a nice amount of time because when he first said he was competing, he said 6 weeks.
Yeah.
He must have added 5 weeks to that or 4 weeks to that.
Yeah, but Jamie, it's crazy. The guy's doing like cheat meals every day.
Really?
He's got a really crazy man. I don't know how he does it.
What's this Diet Coke and tuna thing he was talking about?
But that's back in the day. Remember, you never heard of the tuna and Diet Coke shake?
No.
So guys, I think it's actually more UK guys, Jamie, that do that.
Yeah, it was definitely a thing. I tried it once.
Because I know Eddie Abu. When me and Eddie Abu were on the SciTech team together, we talked about it. Eddie Abu said he used to blend up all his shakes, or blend up all his food.
Yeah.
So what guys, I think it's actually maybe even comes from strongman, is to get more calories in. Guys were doing tuna shakes. They would blend in tuna with Diet Coke and then other shit. So
I just don't get where the Diet Coke come from. I tried it. Why Diet Coke?
For the flavor, I guess.
No, I think it kills the taste.
Marcus ruled at that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, Hunter Labrada fucking Brett Wilkin. They were talking about blending their chicken and drinking it, and I'm like, it's just
no, but he blended specifically tuna and Diet Coke.
Yeah. Well, that's
Really?
what Nathan said. He did tuna, Diet Coke, eggs, and raw eggs and oatmeal.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard of powerlifters doing chicken shakes for extra calories.
Yeah,
but it must be. I don't know how you can stomach that.
Dude,
or
this girl sent me a message after we were talking about on the podcast, and she said, "I do that," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
What?
She sent me a video of her blending like chicken and I think it's chicken and rice with almonds and almond milk, and blending it all and drinking it. I'm like, that's
don't you get chunks in there, like chunks of chicken and shit?
No, because if you use like a Vitamix, it'll pulverize everything.
Does it? So it comes out like completely liquid?
It'll be like soup or like however much water you put or liquid you put in.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, it's like drinking like a fucking like chicken soup, right? But it's still gross.
Gotta be smooth though, because like you say, if you've not got a good blend, like I did white fish and potato once. I was thinking this is gonna be lovely.
Did you say you blended fish and potato?
Yeah, white fish and potato. I was thinking like fish soup.
Oh,
or potato soup. It wasn't that. It was like fish sick. It took me so long to drink it. I should have ate the fucking thing.
Why don't you just throw the garbage and fucking cook a meal?
Yeah.
You know what it's like once it's cooked or there, you can't waste it. I remember once on prep, this was many years ago, but I had microwavable white fish.
Yeah.
So I microwaved the fish and I took it out of my Tupperware. When I opened it an hour later, I realized the fish was still raw.
Yeah.
I still ate it. Still frozen.
Roman, you ever eat gross shit? Roman, you eat a ton of calories. You ever eat gross shit like that, or you just force the food down?
I was working at an expo once, and we had the hotel prepare food for us, and they were cooking those huge trays of cut up turkey breast.
Yeah.
And for some reason they were in a hurry or something like that, so they portioned out the food. Half of it was still raw meat.
Oh.
But then you're stuck at the expo, so
you eat raw fucking turkey?
A little bit.
You shake your brains out?
No, it was good. I was fine at, but
Roman,
was disgusting.
Only Roman, right, Paul? The guy.
Yeah, fuck.
Women propose to him, and he eats raw turkey, and he's totally fine.
Fuck, I got a new hero.
Here's my training partner when I was still in the youth home. He has since killed himself, so may he rest in peace. Oh. He would go down to the grocery store that was the next little town over, like walk there. Okay. Yeah. Buy raw, just meat, and then eat it just like that out of the plastic.
There's a lot of people who do that. I've read about that. It has to be really fresh, but a lot of people eat their meat raw because they say that the cooking process causes carcinogens or something.
Well, no, we just didn't have anything to cook it. Yeah. Only whatever the cafeteria food was, and he figured he needed red meat, so he just bought the red meat and ate it like that.
What? And he never got sick?
He never got sick.
Really?
You can eat raw meat. I mean, that's the main dish in fucking Arabic food is raw meat.
Yeah, I got sick off that once. Remember?
After drinking a 40 of vodka, that's also what you did.
That kid you threw up.
And at the steakhouse, when I'm at the steakhouse as the appetizer, I always get the tartare.
Yeah, it's good.
That's raw, right?
Yeah. That's fucking good though.
With
I have
an
this
egg.
texture thing with it.
Yeah, but still, fucking tartare and eating ground beef out of the styrofoam pack from the grocery store is very different.
Yeah, I'm sure. For sure.
Like that's disgusting, man.
No, he ate not ground meat. He ate like
a steak.
Yeah.
Oh, he must have even chewed that for an hour.
What the?
He was even more barbaric, you know.
Would he cut it into pieces or just bite it right off the steak?
Just bite it off.
Oh, it's an animal.
I think it's a Polish thing. They eat like raw mince. I'm sure.
Talked about that.
Yeah.
Tartare you can eat. Yeah, I like that, but that's I don't know. It feels different for some reason.
Oh. Sorry, I nipped off. Whoever made me thought it was a great idea to give me an above-average frame with a below-average bladder.
Oh, it's all right, man. Paul's like that. Paul.
Yeah, I got to go right now. Actually,
Paul pisses when we get to the gym.
Oh,
and after like 2 warm-up sets, he goes and takes another piss.
Yeah. Sounds like me.
Yeah, actually, I got to go right now. Right back.
Go ahead.
That's out of fear, probably.
Of the workout?
Yeah.
That's true.
Nervous piss.
All right, let's answer some questions, you guys. If you don't mind, do you have to go? Anybody have to go?
No.
I'm good.
Okay. Genuinely interested if you've ever stopped to think how many people. Oh, I appreciate this. This is just for the podcast. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oh no, we can't do that either. That's no good. This guy says, make the worst possible bodybuilder piecing together the worst body parts of the top 10 at the 2020 Olympia. And I don't think we should do that because people are just going to get upset.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on old school diet, high fat, high protein, lower carbs? I didn't think that was old school. Is that old school?
No,
I think Arnold did that in the 70s.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people still do lower carb. Yeah, I mean,
sounds like it's something you do on a rest day just to. I gotta be
honest with you guys though. I'm different than you guys when it comes to my off seasons. I like more fat in my off season. Like Roman, I don't know how you do it. I feel really shitty when I'm like eating, like if I change my diet for like all carbs and just only get fat from like steak or a couple eggs, I feel worse. I feel better when my carbs are more moderate and my fat is moderate as well.
But worse in what way?
I just get moodier. I get like my hunger is different. My attitude feels different. I think performance wise, you might be right. Like performance wise, super high carb diet might be the way to go. But like when I take everything into consideration, I just feel better overall when I have more fat in my diet.
Okay.
No,
I don't.
It just slows you down, makes you feel like shit.
Yeah, I tried that. You know, add fats to every meal. Yeah, like have like 20 grams of fat to every meal or something like that.
Like olive oil or something like avocado, anything like that. Yeah, yeah.
And then it was like my digestion just was.
Yeah. Well, it slows you down. It does slow you down. You can't get in. Yeah, there's no way you can get in 1,000 grams of carbs and have like moderate fats. It would be your digestive system would be fucked. But that's why I reduce the carbs though, and then add more fat. What do you think, Jamie? You're on a more like a low fat, high protein, high carb, right?
Yeah, I'm the same as Roman. I have to eat a lot of carb just to, I think, fuel everything. I start losing weight, and then if I put the fats too high, it just ruins the digestion. So.
Yeah,
I do like my style of dieting is probably high fat meal 1 and 6, like the first and last meal. Yeah, and then I'll cram the carbs in the middle 4.
Do you guys think you could still grow and still get just as big and have just as good a performance if you went more moderate with the carbs, or you think the way you're doing it is the best way to do it?
I think it's the best way for me to do it.
Yeah.
And I think you could still grow, but the performance side would suffer.
Yeah. Paul, what do you think? You've been doing this, you've been doing this for like 30 years. What's your favorite style?
I like a little bit of fat, not a ton, but a little bit. I think it makes me feel better mentally for sure. I get less energy fluctuations, let's say.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've never been a big carb eater. I find for myself at least, when I eat too much carbs, I can get bloated on it. So I prefer to keep my carbs moderate, my fats a little bit higher, and my protein always stays the same. It's fairly high, I guess.
Roman, do you think it matters the fat source though? Because I mean, if I eat a lot of fat from like peanut butter or nuts, I feel like it slows me down more than if I get my fats from like either Whole Foods or olive oil or something like that.
Definitely. That's plant fats, let's say plant fats like avocado and nuts and all that. Those are really tough for some reason to digest. If it's like animal fats, even butter, is a lot easier to digest than, like I said, plants, nuts, and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's remember that guy you had on your podcast, Fouad, Paul Saladino?
The guy that liked to eat balls?
Yeah. He he talks a lot about oils and how they can be harmful, plant oils.
Yeah, but he loves to eat balls too, so I'm like...
Yeah, true. So take it for what it's worth. Eat some balls, will be fine.
Credibility kind of goes down a little bit. I like to eat raw nuts, not nuts, raw testicles.
Are they raw too? Eat them?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And he was trying to convince me they were delicious. He's like, they're great.
Yeah.
I swear. I'm
They-
like, yeah.
They still got sperm in them too. If they're raw,
I don't know. Is there sperm in the balls? Isn't there a
that's where
sperm?
it comes from, isn't it?
Isn't there a sperm sac?
I think every time you blow a nut, it's like one nut at a time.
What?
Yeah, like if you blow a load, it comes from one nut. It does. Look it up. And then if you blow
What
another
the
load, it comes from the other nut.
Come
The
on.
left one's bigger.
That's
That's
what
why it's got all the sperm in it.
That's where the saying came from.
Paul.
Look it up, Fouad. I'm serious.
Roman, is he crazy?
Let's do the next question.
No, I want to know. No, I want to know now.
At least that's what I've always believed.
So tell me your theory again.
So each nut holds a certain amount of sperm. And when you ejaculate, it comes out of one of the balls. That's why you can usually blow 2 loads, but not more than 2.
Because if that was the case, wouldn't you have to come the same amount at the second orgasm?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's not true. He's right.
Well, I don't know.
It's
I don't know
considered
if-
less next time.
Yeah, no, I agree. Minus 2. I don't know if it's 100% comes from the first nut, but most of it comes from the first nut at least.
That's not.
I'm serious. You could look it up.
The epididymis is the tube which moves the sperm from the testicles. This tube in which the sperm is stored, and it carries the sperm out of the scrotal sac.
Okay. Does it talk about emptying one nut at a time?
How am I supposed to search that? Does sperm? How am I supposed to search
I know
that?
I've read that
I don't even know what to type in.
Does ejaculate come from one testicle or both?
Does ejaculate come from one testicle? Here, let's take a look together. Does semen exit both testicles simultaneously? Sperm is not ejaculated from the testicles. Sperm is only produced in the testicles, and it moves to the epididymis for storage. And the man is stimulated. Sperm is transported from the epididymis and mixes with seminal fluid. Seminal fluid is produced in the prostate. So you're wrong, Paul.
Well, that doesn't really dispel.
Well, it's saying it's produced in the testicles, but then it moves to the tube. So you're not actually shooting it from your testicle. It's all like it's produced there and then moved into a tube, and then it all comes out together. So
Can you
it's not
scroll
like
down a little bit?
you act like it's like a gun. And it's like one barrel than the next.
I know I read that before. I didn't just make that up.
Did you read it? You read it in the back of like a penthouse, or did you read it like in a?
No, I don't know where I read it.
Let's see if you're right. Let's see if you're right. 1 second.
I know I read that.
Here, let's see if we can find a different, like a more
Wait, I just saw something there.
accurate website.
When a guy comes, it's come from both testicles right there, read it.
Yeah, they're not saying it doesn't, but it's produced in the testicles, then moved into a tube, and then shot out that way. So it's not like it empties one testicle and then the next testicle.
Okay.
I can't believe we're spending this much time on this.
I think it's important, Roman. Okay.
Well, let's just agree to disagree. Well.
No, we're not going to agree to disagree. Roman, I can't believe you're not more interested in knowing if he's right or not.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the sex fiend, and you don't even you don't care?
No, because if I have a gun that shoots, I don't care how it does it, as long as it kills.
Okay. Best Canadian bodybuilder of all time. Is it Paul Dillette or is it going to be Ian? If Ian
I thought you
wins,
saw your name in there, Fouad.
no, because if Ian wins, no, Ian's been 7th at the Olympia. I can't compete with that anymore.
How many wins does Ian have now? 2?
2, and if he wins this weekend, he'll have 3, which is the most of any Canadian bodybuilder.
Yes.
And then he's also hasn't placed at the highest at the Olympia because Paul Dillette, I think, was 6th at his best or 5th.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I don't know. Ian's getting close to making that his title.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of people don't consider Paul Dillette Canadian when they talk about great Canadian bodybuilders because
why
he's
is that
from
though?
Canada. Because he never lived here. He lived in California, I think, his whole career.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, Ben Pekulski lives in Florida. Doesn't mean he's not Canadian.
But Ben was living in Canada when he first turned pro, I think.
Oh, you mean Paul Dillette didn't live here at all?
I don't think so. It's not the best of my knowledge. I think even when he was an amateur, when he won the North Americas, I think he lived in the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah, I
he
don't
played
know.
the CFL briefly, eh?
Did he really?
Yeah. And then after that, when he started bodybuilding, I think he moved away right away.
Only one cheat meal for the rest of your life. I'd love to know what Roman's cheat meal is. The guy doesn't even eat cheat meals. One cheat meal for the rest of your life. I know Jamie's is pizza.
Sure.
Apple pie and ice cream. Vanilla ice cream.
That's
I
it?
love vanilla ice cream.
So somebody comes to you and says you can have one meal for the rest of your life. What do you want? And you're like,
That's it.
but that's only the dessert. What about the main course?
Oh, so I get to pick two?
Well, a meal is usually the main course and then the dessert. Appetizer. Yeah, you could throw in a third.
Side.
Oh, the main meal is hard.
The main meal is hard?
Yeah, it's hard.
You're so quick with the apple pie and ice cream, which is a shocking one. It's very specific.
Yeah,
Roman, you may be the most interesting person I've ever had on the show. No offense to anybody else, but fucking Jesus Christ, some of the stuff I hear you say. Jamie, while he's thinking, what's yours? Pizza?
It's got to be pizza. Do we get to choose dessert and appetizer as well?
Yes.
So appetizer, you've got to have soup and a bread roll. You can't beat soup and a bread roll with some nice butter on it.
I don't know why I find that funny, but I actually think I sympathize with that. Paul knows I love my soup.
You love soup.
The thing is, though, the worst part of the soup and bread roll scenario is when you go to a restaurant and order it and you get a really shit bread roll.
Yeah,
it's got to be like a granary. Is that a thing in Canada?
What's your favorite soup, though? What's your favorite soup? Like a cream soup or like a brothy soup?
I'm probably a tomato soup person.
Yeah, but like thin tomato or like creamy tomato?
Sorry, tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah, creamy.
What's a tomato?
Creamy tomato soup.
Yeah, I like creamy.
And then dessert, cheesecake. What flavour? I was having a discussion with the wife the other night, and you know what? We decided that you probably can't beat the New York style cheesecake.
Just like a regular cheesecake with like a fruit topping on top?
Oh, no fruit.
What's just a New York style? Like, is it just cheesecake?
Yeah.
Just bland?
Yeah, because you know when you go for like a flavour, the flavour I find always lets you down.
Yeah, or it overpowers the taste.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree.
I don't like food stuff on mine.
I had a banana. I think I had a banana. Was it banana chocolate or something at Cheesecake Factory? Banana chocolate cheesecake or something like that?
What's a banana? Banana?
Not banana. No.
A banana.
Banana. I had a banana. And all right, cheesecake. So soup, pizza, and cheesecake.
Yeah.
That's yours. Roman, have you figured it out yet?
I can't decide on a main course meal. I mean, because nothing is really...
What's it between? What are you thinking? Like, what are your options? Do you have a top three?
My mom used to make really good pork roast with crust on it and everything.
Yeah.
And that's probably a good one.
Do you like a good burger?
Yeah, why so difficult? Why can't we be just simple like everybody else?
Yeah.
It's like I got like a pork roast with a nice crust on it.
Yeah. Can't wait for that.
What's yours, Paul? Appetizer?
Oh, appetizer? I like mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love those with some marinara sauce and dip them in.
Yeah.
I'm a burger guy. I love burgers for my main course.
Yeah. Okay.
And for dessert, I like cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I'm gonna go with this wings, wings for an appetizer, pizza for a main course, and ice cream for my post. I'm simple, fucking plain.
Yeah, you're a pizza guy. You always, there's like 3 different pizzerias you always rotate.
There's just pizzas, like it's never lets me down, man. Like never.
Yeah, we're lucky at Windsor. We got a lot of good pizza options.
But even like shit pizza is still pretty good. Like
really, like even like a Little Caesars pizza or something like that.
I still like it, even though it's crap.
Yeah. I find that stuff too doughy.
Yeah, I'm not picky. I'm just a fat kid.
Pizza is just like blowjobs, right?
That's right. That's right. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
So
tell him why, Roman.
Because even if it's a shit blowjob, I still wouldn't say no.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even a bad blowjob is good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rate a physique. We haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
I like Roman's take on these because he's fucking ruthless. Okay, DeJesus _ B. Where is it? How come it's not coming up? Maybe I don't know. It's not coming up. Okay, I'll have to skip that one. All right. Would you rather be leg dominant or upper body dominant?
Leg.
Yeah, I agree. Jamie?
Oh, I don't know, because I was always leg dominant, and everyone always used to say you got to fill out your top half. But if I was upper body dominant with shit legs, I'd just fit into the criteria of every other tall guy, or 90% of tall people. So probably be different and go lower body dominant.
What do you think, Paul?
I'd go upper body.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
because I mean,
shocking for you to say as a judge.
Well, sorry, you're talking about like from a bodybuilding standpoint, or just from like everyday life?
Oh, I didn't think of that. I guess I
thought it was just.
I was thinking from a bodybuilding standpoint, but
I was looking at it as just like just a regular person.
Actually, Paul's smarter than all of us because it doesn't say.
Well, okay, so I'll go both ways. For everyday life, I take upper body because you can just wear shorts all the time, long shorts and pants. And then for bodybuilding, I would take legs because I think legs are harder to build than upper body. So if I start with good legs, I think you're at a good starting place.
Would you rather be natural and be able to train and compete, or be enhanced and be able to train but not compete?
Enhanced. I don't really need to compete.
Paul's like, I just want to do drugs.
I want to be huge.
Jamie?
Competing to me was never fun.
Well, I kind of think if I was natural, it wouldn't be worth competing anyway.
Exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So
yeah, good point.
I'd just be jacked and on drugs.
Yeah.
Paul,
I never liked getting on stage.
You never enjoyed competing?
I never liked getting on stage. I like the goal of training for a show and the training that went into it, the focus that went into it, but I never liked getting on stage. So for me, I take the first option.
You never liked competing, eh? Why'd you?
I never liked getting on stage.
Why'd you do it then?
I love the sport. I love the sport now, but I don't know, maybe I just didn't feel confident on stage most of the shows that I did or something or what. But I love training for a show and having the goal of that date, and everything geared towards it. But getting on stage, I didn't love.
I think I know what you're saying. I think that was my least favorite part of bodybuilding, but I still think I enjoyed it overall.
Yeah, but you seem to be like, you're a good poser in that, like you seem to be comfortable on stage. I wasn't a real good poser. I never felt comfortable on stage.
Roman, what it says, which helps spike protein synthesis more, eating ass or eating pussy?
In my body or in hers?
Either.
I think pussy.
Is better for you?
Yes.
Is it better for her too?
I think so.
You're like, I don't care.
I never asked her. I don't know.
Most of the time, you end up doing both anyways. You know what I mean?
Which do you do first?
Depends on what way she's facing.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Jamie, which do you prefer to eat?
Pussy.
Is that you always start there?
Yeah.
Do you always go to get to both, or is it sometimes just one?
Well, I don't know if I should delve into my personal life this much, but I think you might be disappointed and boot me off the podcast. If I try and go there, I'm going to get a backhand.
You don't have to go there. It's fine. I get it. I'm married too.
No. What I'm saying is, if I try and go there, I'm going to get a backhand.
Oh, so you can't go.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's not. The option's not on the table.
Off limits.
This is why I watch the podcast. I'm in awe of all the guys on here. So
everybody gets to eat ass.
Yeah, I'm just jealous. I'm just not fair.
How do you ever think you'll fix the situation?
I don't know. I have to keep pressuring her. She doesn't like drinking. I think the next thing's gonna have to be like the Rohypnol route. So
get her eyes fucked.
Yeah, I'm thinking 10-year anniversary might be the one. It's coming up soon next year.
Is it going to be a huge disappointment though if you wait for like you waited 10 years and then you do it and it's like wasn't that great?
Because we've got this far, so it's obviously not that much of an issue.
Yeah. Paul?
Yeah.
Which one is better?
Oh, well,
I already know.
You already know, Fouad. I love my wife's ass. I'm always in there. You gotta cut this out though, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm not gonna go any further. Then.
Does it have to always be both, or can it be one?
That can be one.
It can be one.
Yeah.
Roman, does it always have to be both?
No.
Oh, it can just be one.
Yes.
It just depends how she's facing when you get there.
If she sits on my face, I mean, she's in charge of what I'm getting.
Just like when she was bringing your meals to the hospital.
He's in charge, eh? Okay. All right. All right.
Literally, I'm gasping. I'm gasping for air sometimes. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. That's a good one though.
Yeah.
How did he die?
Did you guys see?
Happily.
Did you guys see this guy's post? Where the fuck did he go? Shit. I want to find it. Just want to show you guys real quick. Did you guys see this guy's post? Kind of everybody's a little bit up in arms about it. I don't really know why they're up in arms about. I think I know why, but so this guy, who I didn't even know who the fuck he was before I saw this.
Oh, I read this morning.
Yeah. So apparently this guy's got. I didn't even know who he was. But apparently he's got 900,000 followers. And I don't know why. And he has a podcast. I don't know if it's popular or not. I don't know. I don't really know anything about him. But he put this post up, I think, a couple days ago, and Buys and Tries shared it. It's from 1 day ago. And it goes on about kind of bodybuilding and how stupid it is. And I mean, I can read the whole thing to you, but basically what he's saying in his post is bodybuilding is just about insecurity and it causes eating disorders, and he would rather live a normal life and do whatever he wants instead of bodybuilding and wasting time trying to lose fat and whatever and all this other shit. And I'm kind of like, I wanted to ask you guys about it, see if you guys saw it at all. Did anybody see this?
Yeah.
No.
Roman, Jimmy, should I read it to you guys real quick? We'll cover this one thing and then we'll go.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like somebody who's bitter because they can't do it. Well, that might just be because we have that mindset if we can. I don't know.
Well, let me just read it to you real quick. If you want to battle out your insecurities versus someone else who's insecure, starve yourself until the point where your dick doesn't work, or cover yourself in fake tan, call it a sport, then you do you. I'm going to be out here trying to find the world's best almond croissant, eating a high protein diet, lifting weights, and getting sweaty, choking out blokes. Our idealisms of physique don't have to match up or add up. Sure, I diet here and there and relax here and there, but I'm not giving up 90% of my daily happiness for a 4% shift in body weight. That's a fucking bad deal. Most people competing mess up their relationship with their body and food. Some don't, but the majority of people are never the same after starving themselves for a new profile picture. I can deadlift twice my body weight, run 10 kilometers under an hour. Life to me is about getting good deals with your time and effort and energy, but competing in physique to try and boost your self-worth and attempt to impress your peers. I've personally talked hundreds of people out of competing, and I admire the 1% to 2% who dominate in their space. But the other 98% are just a few months away from a brand new eating disorder. Let's not forget the fitness industry contains a lot of eating disorders hidden behind six packs and a fake smile. So that's it. So basically, he's just kind of attacking the whole industry for insecurity and eating disorders, whatever else. But it sounds like, to me, it sounds like somebody who doesn't really understand the whole industry, maybe has had some anecdotal evidence with some people around him maybe that have had bad experiences.
Yep.
Let me ask you guys this, a more pointed question. Do you guys agree with anything he said?
I do, in the sense that I think there's a lot of mentally unstable people who take it to that next level of competing and aren't suitable for that level of what we do. Because I think unless you're mentally, or unless your mental strength allows you to compete, you shouldn't do it, because it is a can of worms, and I don't know, it's a step too far for some people.
But but just to counter that point, Jamie, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but just to counter that, how do you know? Because I could counter that by two things. I could say, first of all, how do you know if you're mentally able to handle it? Number one, and number two, how do you explain all the people in the DMs I get from people that are like, I was going to commit suicide before I found bodybuilding, and I was in a severe depression before I found bodybuilding, and bodybuilding has helped me get my life back together when I was an alcoholic. And I receive like hundreds of these messages every day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and it's partially because of the podcast. People reach out for whatever reason to talk about it. But so, I'm sure you could say, yeah, there are people that it causes disorders and maybe it causes mental health issues and body dysmorphia. But what about all the flip side of it?
Yeah.
What about all the positives that people are having? Like a lot of people that, if they didn't have the gym, if they didn't have something to look forward to, if they didn't have their physique to focus on, would be out drinking, getting drunk, and fucking. I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck, I was partying my ass off in my early 20s, and bodybuilding's what got me out of that.
Yeah.
So
but for me as well, it's given me purpose, sense of direction. It's gave me a career. It's gave me finances, just like it has you guys.
Yeah.
I know that's not everyone's fit, but I think the mass majority of people benefit from fitness, health, bodybuilding, and even everyone's got to try competing to see if it is good for them or not.
Yeah, and I mean, he points to things like insecurities, and I'm like, does that mean other professions don't have insecurities?
Yeah,
insecurities.
Does that mean he doesn't have fucking insecurities? I mean, making a post where he's standing topless, showing off his body, I can deadlift twice my body weight. I can run, I can do this, I can do that. Who gives a fuck? I mean, who's insecure? I don't go on. I mean, that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're posting stuff that we're proud of. Yeah, or showing progress, trying to inspire or trying to motivate ourselves.
But just to pause for 1 second. But just pause for 1 second, Romy. I don't think he's talking about, and I could be wrong, but I don't think he's talking about us, because in his post he says, I'm not talking about the 1 or 2% that are doing well. So I think he's excluding people that are professionals or they're making money from it or whatever. I think he's excluding those people. But my argument is, how are the people that aren't making money or aren't doing it for a living, how are they supposed to get to our status if they don't start doing it at some point? So like you're pointing at people and saying you're insecure and you have an eating disorder and you're not making any money and it's all pointless and you shouldn't compete. And I'm like, well, how is that person supposed to get to a point where it is worth it? Like I had to go through 7 or 8 years of not getting paid before I finally got a good contract. So that's like if I was 22 and this guy was writing to me, he'd be like, why are you wasting your time? You're not making any money. And people said that. There was people like him that said that. So if I listened to him, I wouldn't have made a living and everything that happened in my life. So like, yes, he could be right. Yes, maybe some people will develop eating disorders. Maybe some people will develop health issues. But there's sacrifice in everything you do. There's always going to be a risk in any position you take. Yeah. So I don't go ahead.
I think now with social media, there's more opportunities to earn money and benefit from this lifestyle than there was, you know, when you was coming up, Fouad, when you had to get the magazine deals and stuff like that. So I think you're quite right to take the risks and try and find your path.
I just don't understand. I get that he's trying to save people from, you know, he's pointing to people and saying you're insecure because you're competing. And I'm like, is it though? Is it, maybe it's just a challenge?
Yeah. No,
like are you insecure if you play football? Are you insecure if you play hockey?
Right.
Are you insecure if you run track or fight in the UFC? Like maybe I could say that about fighters. I could say fighters are insecure. They're just out there beating the shit out of people to try and prove that they feel good about themselves.
Right. Yeah. That's what I think. I think for some people who aren't involved in the sport, I think it can seem a little bit odd to them, our sport, but golf can seem weird to me. Like, how can you spend your whole day in the sun with pants on and a golf shirt hitting a ball into a hole? That seems weird to me. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So, I mean, it's just relative to, you know, what you're into. And, you know.
But I don't, like, I'm not, look, I'd be the first one to say what we do is weird. We go on stage in fucking our underwear and we fucking put oil all over ourselves. I'm not under any delusion that what we do is like normal.
Right.
But to point at people and be like, if you do that, that means you're going to have an eating disorder.
Yeah.
And if you do that, it means you're insecure.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just putting a bunch of labels on people that in a broad generality, and you don't know any of it.
Because you could say, well, a runner is going to develop, you know, arthritis in their knees or ankles, or, you know, asthma, exercise-induced asthma or something like that. There's risk with everything you do. I mean, I don't think the guy should be going around shooting his mouth off like that. He's just trying to get a rise out of people.
Yeah, and it's not actually it's not actually triggering me. I'm not like, you know.
Yeah.
What happened?
Sorry, he was going to drill the hole for the cable that I spoke about, but I've just told him to do it another time.
Oh, we just, you know what? We're done. We're just wrapping up anyway. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. I just he didn't actually trigger me, and I'm not actually upset about it. I actually sent him a message, asked him to come on the podcast because I'd like to talk to him about it, like one-on-one, and see, like, you know, if he's considered the flip side of it, because I think there's a flip side to everything he's saying.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So I just want to.
And that's the point, isn't it? There's a flip side, like Paul says, to every scenario.
Yeah,
and it's fine to have views, but I think he's probably tried to push that view quite strongly. And like you said, not consider the flip side, maybe.
Yeah. Well, and that's the part that's confusing about his post, because he's like, if you like doing that, then you do you. And I'm like, if you're telling me,
why criticize?
Then why criticize then if you don't care?
That's why I think he's just trying to get views or just trying to get a rise out of people or something.
Most likely. But I think it's an interesting conversation because there is people in the industry that fall victim to it, right? Like, that's not what he's saying is not totally false. There are people that have like just body dysmorphia issues and eating disorders and fucking, you know, they take drugs too long. They don't know when to go off, or like.
Yeah, if you noticed it, like I noticed it more like people who have problems from the sport. You know, if you want to call them problems, eating disorders, whatever it might be. I find it more common with females for some reason. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
I think there's more pressure on women,
and it's harder for them to rebound. I think too.
I think women rebound harder. And
Yeah.
I think there's more pressure on women to stay looking a certain way.
For sure.
Whereas like if a guy gets fat, he can just be like, oh, I'm bulking, and like nobody cares, right?
Or we lose our hair, we don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, like I think it's a lot harder. I think the side effects are a lot harder for women to deal with.
I agree, and then and they're irreversible on most females too. When they're the harsh.
Anyway, I just wanted to see if you guys saw it. I didn't know if anybody took a look at it, but okay. So Jamie, the Amish beard.
Yes.
Paul, double nipples.
Yeah.
And Roman, the mustache.
And Fouad, what are you doing?
Mustache.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna do the hair.
No, I'm not doing that. Not doing
okay, next bet. I'm gonna get one time. I'm gonna get you to do that.
Paul's trying to get me to grow my hair out because it's gonna grow in like an island.
I was told by Ron it's called the Picard.
From Star Trek.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch up. Thank you for coming on and shooting the shit, and we'll see who loses this weekend.
Yes.
All
see
right,
you
boys.
on the other side.
Okay, take it easy.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.